everybody.
Hi guys.
Mr. and Mrs. Traveler here.
El Glam at the beach.
Coming to you live from Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Beach, we love it here. It's really close to our home.
Yep, not too far down the way.
Yep.
So today's Tip Tuesday, we wanted to gear towards some new cruisers. We got a lot of new people on the channel.
Hi, first time cruisers.
Hello, hello. And so it's valuable sometimes for the experienced cruisers too. It's fun just kind of think back on your first time and all that. So we wanted to go through like a list of top 10 questions that people who have never cruised before ask.
Yeah.
And so they have been on cruises before. Just take a trip down memory lane and think about when you took your first cruise and how you thought about these questions. It'll be fun.
Comment below and let us know what's your first cruise.
All right, number 10, shore excursions.
Shore excursions. I was scared on our first trip on a
What
cruise.
are those? How do I get them?
Yes, they can be scary if you don't know what they are.
I recall our very first cruise on the Majesty of the Seas that we did nothing but Royal Caribbean shore excursions.
Yes, we would not venture out. We would go right to the guest services and book.
Yeah, we were so nervous about being in a foreign place and all that stuff. So to our experienced cruisers, weren't you? Remember that first time you went to the island or something? You're like, what is this?
You were looking like, where am I? And I don't know what I'm doing.
All right, so shore excursions. When you book a shore excursion through your cruise line, obviously you'll get in the description of what it is that you're looking for, and you can do things based on water activities,
sure,
tours, different categories of things.
Lining,
right? Adventure category.
Yes.
So it'll tell you in the description what you can expect, how long you can expect. Usually will tell you the level of activity involved, whether it's moderate activity or extreme activity.
Right, it'll let you know.
Yep, those kind of things right there. And when you book your shore excursions with the cruise line, they're guaranteed to get you back to the ship on time.
They're guaranteed tours. And
if you're working with a travel agent, many of us have third-party shore excursions that we use as well. That gives you just more options to choose from. And they have their own version of getting you back to the ship on time, which is a guarantee. If the ship leaves you, they'll get you to the next island. I know the company that we use with our travel agency has never had to pay out that benefit.
No, they never had someone who they had to actually endorse for the next cruise spot.
Number 9.
Number 9.
What are the rooms like?
What are the cabins like? What is the stateroom like? And what does it look like on the inside?
And how the heck do you choose one?
Right. How do you choose the cabin for you? And what do they look like on the inside? That's the main question.
All right, so
first time cruisers ask.
So what's the cabin categories, Mrs. Traveler?
The cabin categories are inside cabin, ocean view, balcony, suite, and super suite.
That's a pretty good rundown. Yep. So your main categories that you look at are the inside, the ocean view, and the balcony.
Yes.
Of course, a suite is always a nice treat if you can get it.
It is.
The cabins with the inside, the ocean view, and the balcony, I would say they're pretty fairly the same size.
They're pretty similar on the inside.
Yeah, when you go to judging the square footage of those cabins against each other, they're very close. I mean, we may be talking 10 or 20 square feet difference in some cases.
It's really minor.
Of course, the balcony, you'll get the extra little outdoor space and fresh air, which is a nice thing.
Yes, and you'll get to see the ocean at your leisure.
And you also have the suites, which will have much more room, obviously.
Oh,
and
yes.
Some ships actually have mini suites or junior suites on there as well, which are kind of a in between the balcony and the suite.
Yes.
So those are nice too. So how do you choose them? I mean, number 1, I would say depends on your budget.
It depends on your budget and your preference.
Yep. Some people don't like to be inside cabin all the time. They need to at least see the light or see where they're going.
Some people claustrophobic. They can't do it inside cabin. Yep. Because when you turn the lights off, it's dark.
Yep. Ocean view to give you a window, either a porthole or some kind of a window where you can see out to the ocean.
Yes.
So that's always nice. And be forewarned, once you go balcony, you never go back.
It's hard to go to an inside or ocean view after a balcony because you have so much freedom on the balcony.
Yeah, balconies are the best, but let your budget be your guide.
Yeah.
you know, in a suite if it's a nice special occasion, or
Sure, why not?
or you just got it like that, do it.
If you want to drop money like that, make it rain, go ahead. We're not gonna stop you.
Yeah, you get plenty of perks and things with the suite. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, they are.
And then also there are different places on the ship for those cabins. Typically, on a lot of ships, your ocean views tend to be on the lower floors because the upper floors are balconies.
Right.
So you have to kind of keep that in mind too. So we'll leave that one there with you, and let's go on to number 8.
And if you want to book a cruise with us, go ahead and contact us. Here's our information right here: www.mr-traveler.com. That way we can go ahead and hook you up and help you pick what you need to pick. And number 8, is cruising safe?
Is cruising safe? I'm gonna say yeah.
Yes, it is.
Of course, we've all heard of things that have happened at sea, like people falling off ships and things like that.
Yes, the worst can happen.
Let me say this: you have to go out of your way to fall off a ship.
You have to be really careless to fall off the ship.
Yeah, you got to work on it. And crime, I mean, it's virtually crime-free on there. I mean, when you I think when you compare a cruise as opposed to, say, maybe a resort where you're on an island and you could be walking around and things can happen. I don't know. I feel absolutely 100% safe when I'm on a cruise ship.
I do too, and a lot of people don't know it, but there are police on the ports as well as on the cruise, so you'll be safe.
Yeah.
And especially if you stay in the port of call area, and when you're touring, it's pretty safe.
Yeah.
We haven't had any problems as far as that goes.
Nope. Always follow the guidance of the cruise line that you're with. They'll always put things in your stateroom if there are any issues or concerns with the port that you're going to. So just stick to their recommendations and you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Next one. Number 7. Will I be bored?
What? Bored? Are you serious?
No. It's way too much to do on a cruise. If you're bored, you're a boring person.
I would agree to that. Absolutely not be bored. There's always something to do on ship. Even the older ships got something to do, but we're not even going to get to talking about the new ships where you go on like the Oasis and the Allure and those type of ships.
You have to be able to adventure out and come out your comfort zone.
Like you can't even see everything in a week on some of those ships.
Yeah, you need at least two cruises to see everything at least.
Yep. So
yep.
And even the old ones, there's plenty to do, and it's all kind of shows. You got the casino on there.
Yes.
There's games going on all the time. Then you're at the ports. You get to go out and see things and do activities, and oh man, just relax, have a good time, enjoy your vacation.
And don't forget the food. If you don't want to do anything, you just eat all day. That's fun.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Mine too.
How about communication back home? Phones, internet on the ships.
Electronics.
Yeah, absolutely. You can stay connected with anybody back home.
You can.
Without a problem.
Especially if there's an emergency or you just want to check on your home. You can go ahead and call and get the package, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They have, some of these ships have, right now Royal Caribbean has some of the fastest internet at sea. Carnival is building up their new infrastructure. They said theirs is going to beat Royal Caribbean, so it's the battle of the internet speeds at sea.
Yeah, I must say it's doing a lot better than it was a couple years ago. Yeah,
that last Royal Caribbean that we went on, I mean, that internet was fast. It
was really fast.
I was really impressed.
Even with the hubs and everything, to find the apps around the ship, that's even fast.
Yep. And then you can also pick up the stateroom telephones, and you can dial out. Of course, it's a little pricey. It ends up being like $5 a minute or something like that.
Yes.
But you do have that option also.
Yeah, but when you sell out, you want to make sure you put your phone on airplane mode so you won't roam. That way you won't be charged for calls or any incoming texts or like any messages that you get. You will be charged for that out on the ocean.
Yep, put her on airplane mode. All right, number 5.
Number 5.
Are all the ships alike? What's the difference between the ships, right? I get this one all the time.
Yes.
I've been on nothing but Carnival. What are Royal Caribbean ships like? And,
yes.
And that kind of thing.
Celebrity, Princess, Norwegian, they are all different.
Yes. They are all different. They all have their own different vibe and feel decor and and even the ships within the line are different. So like your Majesty of the Seas is so much different than the Oasis of the Seas.
It is. It's different.
Yep. But they still have some of the themes that carry out the entire brand.
They do.
You know, that stays with the ships.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of their mark or their niche. But yeah, so yeah, they're all different. They all have their different feel. Carnival, I would say, is more laid back. They're very beautiful ships. You know, it's for a great time. You want to kind of relax and let your hair down, kind of a thing. Really enjoy Carnival.
Yeah, if you want to enjoy the ship, Carnival.
Royal Caribbean, I would say, you know, it's a little bit more of
destination is.
yeah, but the ship itself is
it's more elegant and luxury.
Yeah,
a lot more luxury.
A little bit more elegant luxury.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course you get into Princess, even more.
Yeah, it's a step up.
Yeah, even more in there, and then you get into, you know, your more expensive lines that are just ultra luxury.
Yes, like the river cruises.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Norwegian is very modern.
Norwegian is very modern. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it has very modern feel, very Miami-ish.
It is very contemporary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, all the ships are different, and I think that's what's fun about exploring. We're having a great time visiting the different lines to get to know them.
Number 4. What should I wear?
What are you gonna bring? I'm gonna lead it. I'm gonna sit back.
He need to go take a break on this one. What should I wear? Check Elco's Glam channel. That's all I can tell you, because I have done some videos on what to bring on the cruise, how to pack, what to wear, everything. So if you check out my channel, you can find all that information out. Men, women, it don't matter. The pet, we can find somewhere for him to go to. Him or her.
It depends on your destination, where you're going. So you have to know where you're going, know the weather where you're going, that time of year that you're sailing.
Yes.
So obviously if you're going to Alaska in the summertime, you need to dress in layers, because it'll be very cool in the morning.
And then it'll be warm in the afternoon.
And it could be warm in the afternoon, right.
It really depends on your destination. It depends on what you like to wear. If you're hot or cold, it depends on a lot of things.
Same thing in the Caribbean in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Maybe nice and hot during the day, and at night it gets cool on the water.
It's kind of cool at night. Especially on the ship, because it's windy.
So, but you know, obviously you want to bring your standards, your shorts and flip-flops and all that kind of good stuff.
Yes. No boots. You won't need them.
On some of your other outside,
except for Alaska.
You know, we like to bring our little dress-up clothes for dinner.
We like our formal wear.
You know, it's nice to get dressed up and things like that.
Fun.
So I say bring whatever is comfortable for you.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of people on formal night showing up with shorts and flip-flops.
Yeah.
I think it's, you know,
the attire should be formal.
To each their own. But I would wish that people at least, you know, put on a pair of dress pants or something.
Sure.
You don't have to put a tuxedo on, but it would be nice.
It is.
It's fun. It's fun getting in there.
It's Captain's Ball, so you should be dressing formal. Number 3, what are gratuities?
Gratuities.
Gratuities.
All right. So each ship that you go on will have a set of gratuity guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
They vary from cruise line to cruise line. But just know that they're somewhere in the $13 to $15 range per person per day. So plan on spending roughly about $100 for a 7-day cruise per person.
That would take care of the room steward and the dining room staff.
Yeah, absolutely. So that takes care of that. And if they've given you really great service, why not give them a little bit extra?
Sure, we do it all the time.
Yes, indeedy. And so outside of that, if you get like a drink package, or actually if you purchase any drinks or anything additional on the ship, like if you go get a coffee or things like that, they're going to put additional gratuities onto your bill.
Yes.
And it's usually not a whole lot, but if you do something like a drink package, they're going to charge you like 18% or so gratuity on top of that. Also, your porters, when you drop off your luggage, you want to make sure that you have a couple dollars for them.
Yeah, so bring some singles.
Yeah, those are things that aren't covered by the gratuities that you prepay.
Right.
The porters that help you with that, you know, we usually give them, you know, maybe $3 a bag or something like that. You know, so
we usually have a lot of bags.
You know, somewhere around that.
Yes.
So that's how gratuities work. That's how the staff get paid on the ship. So help them out.
Please help them. Yes, that's how if they've taken care of us all week, it won't hurt to give them a little extra. They working hard.
Yes, indeed.
Help them out.
All right, everybody. Number 2.
Number 2.
What about seasickness?
Ooh, get the Dramamine.
It's a hard read if you've never been on a cruise ship before.
It is.
To know whether or not you're going to be seasick.
Right.
I would say that a good indicator is if you've ever had any kind of, if you get motion sickness from You know, say looking backwards in a car, or like the airplanes, or maybe certain carnival rides.
Yeah.
If you've ever been prone to that, I would say that you probably need to err on the side of caution.
Yeah.
And get a Dramamine patch or the pill or something like that, and make sure you take it the night before.
Night before, so it can be in your system, so you won't get sick. If you take it right when you're sick, it may not work.
Yeah, if you take it right when
Trust me, I work in healthcare.
If you take it when you get sick, you're still gonna feel ill for a day or two before it starts working.
And then you're gonna miss the vacation that you paid all this money to go on because you're gonna be too sick, and that's what happened to me our first cruise.
So I would say, and if you don't know and you just want to be cautious, go ahead and take Dramamine, and maybe towards the end of vacation, wean off of it.
Yeah.
And experiment and see.
You should be okay.
You would notice, I think, experienced cruisers, let me know what you think. Mrs. Traveler got sick the very first time she went on the cruise, seasick. And she's never gotten seasick ever again without Dramamine.
Nope.
So I think your body kind of gets used to being able to be on this ship and recognizing it.
Yeah.
I was on a lot of boats when I was growing up, so I'm used to that rocking and all that.
I've never rode a... I did.
There was this Bottle Island.
I did.
We used to be in Detroit. It was so fun.
That's the only boat I rode.
It was an amusement park in the middle of the river. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And number one. What makes cruising such a great value as compared to like an all-inclusive or a destination vacation?
Good question.
And I get this one all the time, like what's included and everything. So I mean, listen, once you pay your cruise, and if you prepay your gratuities, you don't have to spend another dime on the ship. Okay. And you'll be in your room. You'll have your luxurious room.
Yes.
With your own bathroom and so whatever amenities they have with it. Every line is different.
And sometimes they have really good movies.
They have great movies. Yes, indeed. You'll get all the entertainment aboard the ship. We're talking DJs, live bands, dancers, singers, actors,
shows.
You get your shows. Absolutely. Some of these ships have amazing Broadway quality shows.
They do.
We've seen some outstanding stuff.
Yes, we have.
You know, magicians, comedians,
bingo.
The list goes on and on.
Things to do.
Then you got swimming pools on there. Then you got saunas on there. You got spas on there.
They have contests. They have the belly flap contest. They have the hairy chest contest. They have all kinds of contests. They have ice sculpture.
You can work out for free.
Yeah.
You had the buffet up top with all the food. Of course, the food.
The food is free.
You know, you had the buffet. You have your regular restaurants. Now there are specialty dining that you can purchase those, but you don't have to. And there's
you don't.
Listen, you can gain like 100 pounds, whatever you want to do.
There's plenty of times we took a cruise and we didn't pay anything extra. We just did everything free.
And I think
sometimes when you're on a budget, it happens.
And I think you know the biggest thing is you get to travel and see many places at one time, as opposed to being in a you know kind of a landlocked situation.
Yep.
Which will lead you to maybe want to go back. So say you travel, like we've traveled to St. Thomas before many times, and we're like, man, we got to figure out how to go there and stay there a week.
Yes, we're trying to figure that out now.
Yeah, so I mean that you know, so you get to see and feel those islands, and sometimes you go to like, oh, it was nice, but you know, I wouldn't want to stay in this space. So I think that's the really great thing. You get to see a lot of different things. So
right.
Yep. I hope that helps you out, and I hope I hope that helps our new cruisers out, and I hope our experienced cruisers have went down memory lane with us here.
Yes, and if you are an experienced cruiser, just comment below if you see someone with a question. Go ahead. Your comments always can help somebody else.
All right, everybody, signing off from Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Beach, life short.
Have fun.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.